Hi, and welcome to a Drafthouse Diary for Wednesday, May 8th, 2024, when I went out to Littleton's Aspen Grove, where the Bar Box is open for the season. The Bar Box is an outdoor bar or beer garden. I don't think it's actually affiliated with the Alamo, but it is right next door. So having that open for the season is a sure sign that summer is on the way. But I did not go to Aspen Grove for the Bar Box. I went to Aspen Grove for the Alamo Drafthouse screening of Alejandro Jodorowsky's Santa Sangre. This was apparently a one-off screening, at least in this area, and this was part of the Alamo's 1989 time capsule series. It's a Jodorowsky movie I had not seen before, so I figured this was a great opportunity not only to see it, but to see it on a big screen. It's easy, maybe a little too easy, to use the term dreamlike when talking about Jodorowsky movies, but in the case of Santa Sangre, nightmarish might be a little more apt. The movie begins, its whole first act takes place in and around a circus in Mexico, and it's filled with the violence and ugliness and depression and general unpleasantness. And yes, it has its points, because what we're getting is the entire setup, the entire origin story for the main character that we follow throughout the rest of the movie. But that doesn't make it any more pleasant to watch. And after that opening act, which at least has some direction, some trajectory, the movie just kind of meanders for quite some time before settling into a fairly straightforward, even mundane horror movie. But by the time it becomes something even remotely recognizable or followable, it's too little too late. Now, this movie is filled with symbolism. So much symbolism. Symbolism about lust and sex and love and desire and violence and how we become our parents, how we act to turn our children into ourselves. And symbolism in movies is great. It's powerful. It's one of the things that makes really interesting cinema. But it's got to be crafted in a way that is embedded in a narrative. It's got to be used in a way that keeps us engaged in a story, gives us a reason to care, gives us a reason to keep watching. Otherwise, it's about as interesting as reading a glossary. And if you are thinking about seeing this movie, maybe it sounds interesting to you. Maybe you're just a Jodorowsky completist. Be aware that this has an enormous spectrum of things to upset and offend just about everyone. Everything from horrific violence to sexual assault to exploitation of people with disabilities to blackface, and the list goes on and on and on. And again, it might be different if this movie were using these disturbing elements in the service of something that was interesting or meaningful or making some kind of an interesting statement. I just don't think that anything this movie was trying to do was worth any of that. So am I sorry I went to see this? No, not really. It's interesting to see where this fits into the whole body of Jodorowsky's work, both in film and elsewhere. But as purely as a movie, it's not something I would recommend. Other parts of my trip to the Alamo. Even though this was part of the 1989 time capsule, it didn't have one of the Alamo's standard time capsule pre-shows. Instead, it had a Jodorowsky-specific pre-show, and in fact, it was a pre-show crafted specifically for this movie, for Santa Sangre. So somebody apparently is a fan of this movie in the greater Alamo world. The pre-show had cartoons and movie trailers and shorts and other things all around the theme of circuses and carnivals, and that makes sense for this movie because that's where the heart of this movie stays, long after we actually leave the first act. It also had trailers for other Jodorowsky movies, some short pieces by Jodorowsky, so for better or worse, it put you in the right mood for a Jodorowsky feature. This movie was in one of the medium-sized auditoriums at the Aspen Grove Alamo Drafthouse, and it seemed to have a pretty good crowd, so it's always gratifying to see when these unusual movies pop up that there's enough interest to gain that kind of audience. I did get some dinner while I was at the Alamo. I got their fried chicken sandwich and a side salad. Those are things I've had before, and as always, they were very good. Service was quick and friendly and efficient, and the service at the Littleton Aspen Grove Alamo Drafthouse has been pretty good lately. I hope you enjoyed this Drafthouse Diary. If you did, please click the like button and click the subscribe button for more of these. But most important, thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I'll be back with more soon. In the meantime, enjoy your movies, and when you do, stay till the end of the credits.